have a Q&A. Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay, we start again. So the last slide yang kita tunjuk tadi actually what is a successfully linkage means. Actually operational data archive for transportation planning. Actually maksudnya whatever kita ada transportation planning and management, kita ada data. So we can use that data for the further improvement. Itu maksud dia. Long range transportation plan reflect regional operation. Katakanlah your plant in Kelantan. As you know, your shipment by sea can come either through Penang port or Kuantan port. But based on my experience, the customer located at Kota Baru or Kelantan, they use Penang port because the freight through Penang port is cheaper compared to Kuantan port. So it's quite challenging for us to get the customers based at Kelantan to use Kuantan port. So in this case, you need to understand the cost. Sebab as you know, the transport economies, if you use the longer you use the route, the higher the cost. Tapi kalau you use rail, the cheaper the cost. That's the rules, the cost between rail and road. And then planning analysis tools evaluate operational projects. It is depending lah. With the planning analysis, you are able to view how much is your cost and how we can further reduce your cost. Then traffic engineering agency deliberate share information about traffic condition with the planning agency. We as the transport planner tak banyak concern lah. As far as there is no road repair in between, then impact the movement of lorry. But so far, based on my observation experience, kita tak ada issues lah on this one. And then a group is established to continue collaboration, plan, and advance regional. Actually, to make it more efficient, a group within the transport change must collaborate together so that it can improve in terms of the movement of the cargoes, right? So this is what we see where we headed, a culture of shift. See, you can tengok kat sini dekat state, regional transportation planning, local jurisdiction linkage, then also regional transport management system. If we can link between two, actually it will further improve in terms of transport. So this transport change also dynamic, keep changing for the customer benefits. Right? New service, not a new route. This is some daripada Virginia Transportation Commission. Actually, this is US. They use US as example. Looking forward to the next 100 years, the focus is not construction, maintenance, it's operation, maintenance, and construction. So it's something like you change the way. Okay. So in this case, they based on 100 years punya data, and they will come up with something in next 100 years. This is on the transport movement in US. US is the bigger countries. Like in Malaysia, tak banyak impact lah. Okay, as far as you have good road infrastructures, then it make it you as a transport management effectively. And then you see one of the Virginia state senators, Marty Williams, said, build a road when you have it, make sure you have tried even everything else. So maksudnya kita bina jalan. In our case, a good example, kalau you travels, katakanlah you travels from using LPT1, LPT2, and LPT3. Now kita ada LPT1, LPT2. So for my case, example, I want to go back from Kuantan to Kota Baru. We have LPT2. Tapi LPT2 sampai Gemuruh je. Then you masuk balik jalan state road. LPT from Kuantan to Gemuruh is 198 kilometers, just 2 hours. Tapi from Gemuruh to Kota Baru, another 164 kilometers, it takes you 2 to 3 hours. That's the difference. Okay, so that's a good example. I think the Malaysian government aim to start to to start implement for the LPT3. That's what help all the people, not only passengers, but also for the transport, for the what you call for the plants of that. Okay. What and then they're sharing the success story. The Washington State traffic incident. This is something that reporting stuff. If anything accident, everyone is get involved with the system. Everyone is aware. Right now, like you phone 991, 996, 993. With the system, one press button able to tell all the related parties. That's what they try to improve on the response time. Yeah. And success story, another success story actually about the snow and the ice management. Same thing, it's telling us about US situation, tapi kat sini kita tak ada lah. Kita ada banjir lah kat sini. Like the banjir, if you see this morning, dekat Raub, the bridge collapse. And then the impact, kalau ada kilang-kilang dekat Raub, habislah. Sebab tak ada connectivity already. Because the jambatan rute this morning. Right? So, they say that the 4 jurisdictions work together with winter road maintenance. I think they work together hand in hand. Then collaboration, information and resource sharing. Maksudnya, they're sharing the information. So everyone is, once they get information, each of them know what to do based on their task. Then decision are made locally. All this, actually this slide is merely sharing about the US. Okay. And what's in it for the region? Actually, for the region, facilitate the information and data sharing. I think I already shared before. Like shipping lines, example. When they ship the cargo, example, from Southampton to Malaysia, I think within 2 days, we get the information. Very fast. Then technology upgrade compatibility saving in procurement. Yeah, like I mentioned just now, JIT, just in time. You also no need to keep so many stock in your plant. You use the vessel as a transit plant, transit warehouse. Once the container arrive at the port, deliver to your area, you can on the spot use. So you no need to keep this so many what we call the inventory. Yeah. Then faster response time, yes. I think with the CTOS, with the information through the trackers, through the forwarding agent, through the using the digitalization, it will help everyone. Then the saving in procurement, yes. You don't need to buy so many stocks. Faster response, yes. With the system, you can get feedback from shipping lines, get feedback from the truckers, get feedback from the forwarding agents. So all through the communication. Okay. Extended hours of service. Sometimes because of the requirement, you need the cargo, you might ask for the extended. And your supplier is able to extend it. So because like operational, we are 24/7. Not only the port, the truckers, the warehouse, they work 24/7. The challenge is sometimes the plant does not work 24/7. That's the challenge. Because sometimes the trucker is able to deliver the cargo, the container to your premises, tapi the plant not open. That is the issue. That's why when we monitor the movement of a cargo, the bottlenecks actually not at the truckers, not at the port, but at the shipper itself. Example, okay, and then the coordinate operation. This is something that the shipping lines, the truckers, they work hand in hand, work together so that they can improve, they can deliver as per the customer expectation. What is the opportunities to build success? Actually, traffic incident not related to us as a shipper or as a transport management, but even reduce. If anything accident happen on the road, they can remove on the spot. Okay. Same the regional traffic signal coordination task force is something like work together. And then we have a CMS coordination group. I think the term CMS, I need to check what is CMS, customer management system. If based on shipping, because customer management system. Okay. And then a regional ITS architect commitment committee is something like committee, work hand in hand for the further improvement. Emergency response coordination group, just now mentioned, if anything accident, all the responsible parties on the spot know. Then a regional traveler information working group is something like work together. And work zone traffic, like in Malaysia, in Kuantan tak ada. I'm not sure in Kota Baru, either the lorry is able to enter the CBD from 8 to 10 or from 4 to 5. But in Kuala Lumpur, yes, the truckers are able to enter the CBD, Central Business District, during the working hours, 8 to 10, 4 to 6. They are not allowed to enter because they disrupt and create the congestion. Then a work zone traffic management team is something like you come up with a team to help each other to reduce the congestion. So it's clear that it involves operation manager and planners from the state transit. I think in this case they still use the US example, but in our case depend on the state. Like Kelantan, like Pahang, not much issue. But like if Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Wilayah Persekutuan, yes, they do have a proper traffic management so that they can ease the congestion during office hours, during peak time, no truckers being allowed to enter the city. So that means as a transport planner, you need to plan. You need to plan the movement of your cargoes because you know that uh, your type of requirements so that you know at example you based in Kuala Lumpur, you know 8 to 10 not allow lorry to enter the CBD. So you have to plan night time so that your cargo arrive and does not impact your productions. Right? The cultural shift make it happen. Yeah. Actually something that cultural shift depending on the locations. Okay. Build a current collaboration activity that occur in the region. That means depends on the region. Where are you based? If you based in Kelantan or you based in Kuala Lumpur, so that you know, you make it effectively. You don't base on the situation. So you pre-plan. Okay. Leverage opportunities available through existing efforts. Yeah, you have your efforts ready, and you know the data, historical data, and how you can make it better. Okay. Exploit opportunity to link planning and operation. Yes, definitely you need to plan. You cannot just move the cargo without proper planning. It's a failure. All right. Then develop a regional concept for transportation operation. Yes, it is depending on your location. If you, example, after you graduate, you work in Kuala Lumpur, and you cannot compare if you work in Kelantan because in Kelantan the industry clearly in Pekalan cheaper. Only few Wako electronics or some produce other products. So it's not many plant in Kelantan, so it's not so challenging because the port to to Kelantan is either from Penang or from Port Klang or from Kuantan. But most of the movement of containers from Penang. Okay. And this is a theme like regional process build a relationship for futures, forum on making system works better. This is something like theme for you to learn. I think you can go through the website looking to learn more about this transport management. This is also a useful publication. Getting more by working together. We work as a team, not as an individual. That means that we should work together between the planning and operation and also regional transportation collaboration and coordination. Okay. I think that's all for the presentation. I hope you gain through this slide. If you need the slide, I will email to you. Just text to me your email ID or you have your class what we call class rep. so that I can send to him, and then you are able to get this slide. Okay, now I open for the questions lah. Boleh? Hello.
Doktor.
Yes, I'm not doctor. I'm
Okey, Tuan.
yes.
Saya nak tanya, apa pandangan Tuan tentang vessel yang karam,
Vessel.
vessel yang sang, yang recently few weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
yang dari Lumut Port ke China kot tak silap.
Oh, ada vessel karam. That means itu bukan cargo container lah. Itu dry bulk cargo lah. Iron ore kot.
Saya tak sure.
Kalau vessel karam tu, possibility dia mungkin cargo terlebih loading ataupun apa ni, ribut taufan.
Dia bawa
Ha?
tanah. Dia bawa tanah.
Tanah.
Tanah ke pasir macam tu lah daripada Lumut.
Oh, setahu saya kalau lumut iron ore. Tapi kalau dia loading dekat mana? Dekat lumut tu dia ada loading, dia panggil STS. Ship to ship transfer. Kalau you tak proper handling cargo on board the vessel dengan ributnya, possible karam. Possibility, tapi I tak perasan pun, tak tengok dalam news. Bila tu?
Dalam 2 minggu lepas rasanya.
Oh ya ke? So kalau kapal karam, possibility no proper cargo handling on board the vessel, ataupun cargo tu basah, ataupun ribut taufan. There are so many factors yang menyebabkan kapal karam.
Satu lagi, macam dia how it affect the company or the courier company?
Okay. Certain kapal kita ada P&I club. Alright? So semua kapal diinsurankan. So dia bergantung kepada type of insurance. Kalau kapal syarikat kapal itu ambil insurans kapal tenggelam, cover. So insurance company akan buat investigation. Kenapa kapal ni tenggelam? Is it due to act of God? Or is it due to negligence of the people? Then if cover by insurance, insurance akan bayar. So dia akan buat operation. Dia cannot just simply pay dulu, dia akan investigate. Kenapa kapal itu karam? Then that company ada insurance through P&I club. Possible dia can recover kapal yang karam tu. Cost kapal tu lah, together with cargo. That's why setiap shipment, kalau cargo pun ada marine insurance. Yang dikatakan you exporter, you export cargo tu tanah. You mesti ada cover insurance tanah tu. So that kalau anything happen, you can claim through the insurance. For the vessel pun sama. Dia akan register through the P&I club. So P&I club akan investigate kenapa kapal itu karam. Is it due to negligence? Is it due to act of God? Is it kapal tu bocor? So they will investigate. Then they also have a GPS. Sometimes that they call AIS. Something that to monitor the movement of the vessel. Sebab kita boleh detect, sama juga GPS, kita boleh detect pergerakan kapal tu. 5 knots, 10 knots, 26 knots. So with that system, satellite system, will enable the company to see pada masa kapal tu karam, berapa pergerakan kapal itu. Faham? Clear?
Clear Tuan, thank you.
Alright. Itu kapal ini. Apa lagi? Soalan berkenaan dengan transport. Transport, kapal one of the transport juga. Ada soalan berkenaan dengan slides?
Tak ada, sir.
Tak ada?
Tak ada.
Kuat sikit, tak kuat. Tak dengar. Kalau tak ada, then we end the presentation lah.
Baik, sir.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for listening my presentations. It's a combination of Malay, English plus Kelantanese. I hope you understand what I'm presented, but it's quite challenging to lecture through the online. Maybe for you, it's norm, but for me, it's first time using this platform to lecture. But through the class, I have no problem already lecture before. But through online, this is my first time. And then for the slide, email, text me your email ID so that I can
Sir. Sikit lagi.
okay lah. Kalau tak ada apa-apa lagi, I think that's all. Thank you for listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, tak nak tanya through this, you can email to me. My email ID is alimi.66@gmail.com. alimi.66@gmail.com, so that you can ask questions. I can reply through the email. Kalau you nak phone, my phone number is 013-981-9433. Okay lah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sebelum keluar tulis nama untuk attendance.